Okay.
Just remember, 8 seconds till we're go time. Six, five, four.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Writers' Room here on Okali TV. I'm Carson Ward, I'm your host, and I'm here with Preston and Weston. Preston Hudlow, Weston Wurtzberger, two best friends, two roommates, and we are looking forward to having a good show today. Gentlemen, thank you for being here with me.
Thank you so much for
Yeah, of
inviting
course.
us.
So we're going to start with Weston, and you are going to just go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Okali.
Yeah, so I'm basically I'm basically a writer and also a person with play-by-play interests. So I got involved with the Okali my freshman year and my second semester. My first semester didn't want to push myself after doing a lot of stuff in high school regards with sports media, and so I knew baseball season was coming around the corner, and I had interest in sports writing. So I've been doing that for 2 seasons now. Been able to cover a lot of games for them, and even write some feature stories for them. Wrestling, I did it last season, and then I'm now starting to do that for football this season.
So you're getting involved in wrestling, you're getting involved in football. Wrestling, by the way, is around the country. People know about this wrestling program. Wyatt Hendrickson put the nation on notice last year. Tell me about what excites you about covering wrestling and football now that you've kind of split. You haven't split totally from baseball, but now that you're getting more involved in football and wrestling, what excites you about those two sports?
I'd say for wrestling, definitely with the recent hire of David Taylor last year and just bringing so much atmosphere and energy back into that program with a third place finish and even two individual national champions. I think it made it so special to cover that team because they're back on the rise at that national power. Obviously, besides Penn State, which has ruled the sport for about a decade, it's going to be a lot of fun covering this team for the next 2 years. And then football, everyone at this university just cares so much about this team. Now, obviously, they're not clearly having the expectations that they should be, but it's a great start for me getting to know a lot of people and just being placed on that spot where I get to cover so many people now. So it's a great start for me. I haven't been able to do much, but I'm getting at that step.
Yeah, so talking about football, yesterday was quite possibly one of the biggest days in this department's history. Mike Gundy gets fired after 21 years as the head coach, led the football team to 10-win seasons when he was the quarterback here. So tell me about what your day looked like yesterday and who you might want to be the next head coach here at OSU.
Well, it was a hectic day for me for sure. Had to get ready for class. We're in the same class, ethics and issues and mass communications. Kind of threw me off of my study approach as I get ready for a test tomorrow. Preston and I, we wanted to work on our demo reels for the Mike Gundy firing, so we did that outside for a bit. Writing regards, me and some of the other beat writers haven't done anything yet. We're probably going to be writing some stories after tonight's press conference, but so far it's just been the sports editor, Parker Gold, who's been doing a lot of the writing for the Okali.
Yeah, just going back to the stand-ups. Literally, after we found out the news, I called Wes and said, "Hey, I got a camera. Let's get our suits on. Let's do this. Let's go. This is perfect material. Let's get this done."
Yep.
And we went out there and got it done. And Lennon Patch joined us as well, and it was great. We got some good stuff for our demo reel.
Yeah, I think everybody in this department was just hustling yesterday. I saw Zach Berger on the move here, there, everywhere. So
yeah.
it was a big day yesterday, and people were just, there's a lot of mixed emotions about Coach Gundy moving on. So, Weston, tell me about what your emotions were like whenever you heard the news. I know that it kind of happened while we were in ethics class, and I know you were doing research and getting prepared, and you were trying to pay attention in class, but you're trying to balance two things at once. So Tell me about what your reaction was to Coach Gundy getting the boot.
Well, I heard the news from one of my roommates, according to Robert Allen, about the firing. Definitely shock at first. Now, this had to happen. It was time, but I did not expect the athletic department to actually do it and to do so this early. But losing to Tulsa, it's just not right at all for this kind of program. So I definitely am sad about the firing, but it was about time.
Before we wrap up, tell me a little bit about, you mentioned getting into play-by-play, so tell me a little bit about what your play-by-play experience is looking like right now, just really quickly.
So I got to cover my high school team for about 2 years, currently doing some high school football, commentating for Blackwell football, but so far I'm just trying to do some high school media coverage and then hopefully for OSU soon.
Well, that's Preston and Weston, ladies and gentlemen, so hopefully we'll get to know them a little bit better as the show goes on. But right now we're going to go to commercial break right here on Ocali TV.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
All right, everyone, we're back here with Preston Hudlow and Weston Wurtzberger, the Preston and Weston duo. You guys are absolutely incredible at what you do, by the way. I just wanted to say that. And Preston, I know that people love to see you do the sports part of the Daily O, and I know that people love to read your columns. So you guys are superstars in this department by all means. So I want to talk to you, Preston, about your package that you did for the Tulsa game last week.
So it was my very first sport that I've ever covered, and I was so blessed to have Zach send me out with Len and Pats. You talk about, oh man, I'm getting kind of emotional talking about it. It was so great having that good of a friend, going out there and shooting with him, teaching me the ropes, and going up there in the booth for the first time, seeing everything. It was beautiful. Getting the vest on, that was awesome. But going down the field, walking through, seeing the press conference room, it was so awesome. And being out on the field, the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to get shots of my buddies in the student section, and that's what I did. They talked to me, they yelled at me, I kind of waved at them, and that was kind of fun. But shooting the game, oh man, it was so much fun. Like my buddy Aaron Stinson, he shot the very first game, and I've seen a bunch of other reporters shoot the game, and just being out there on the field was so much fun. Just shooting the game, not obviously being a fan is good, but just working in the game, just getting that experience of actually covering. And now the last my gunning game was just so much fun. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to do more stuff as the year goes on.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to hear, isn't it? The last Mike Gundy game, and we were there for it. I mean, that's just still mind-blowing to me because, you know, when somebody's been here, he was hired as the head coach here the month after I was born. So that's just, like, I was born in December of '04, and Gundy was hired in January of '05, I think. So that's just crazy to me. I know there's a lot of people in this department who he was hired before they were born.
Yep.
So that's just crazy to me that's over now. You know, it's like it's the end. It's a complete end of an era. But talk to me about your reaction to Coach Gundy moving on from the program and what that news meant to you yesterday.
Well, same with Weston. I was up here on the 3rd floor. I was chilling in the room. I got a message from my other roommate. He said, Gundy got fired. I'm like, no way. And I told everybody, and nobody knew. I was like the first one to know on the floor. I told everybody, and they were all just scrambling. It was all just chaos from that point. I was going on Twitter, like, okay, what source do I need to look to confirm this? What do I need to do? Where? I'm like, okay, this is true. This is happening. I'm like, oh my gosh. I covered the last Mike Gundy game. So that was a big surprise, and seeing Zach and Tyler run crazy across the campus, getting all this information. Okay, hey, he's going to stand up. This, like I mentioned about the stand in the last segment, this is the perfect opportunity for me and Weston to get some stand-ups. Let's go. And I told Weston, hey, we're going back to Midtown, grab our suits, let's get it done. And we did.
Yeah. So you are just all over this sports media stuff. What would be your sports media dream job?
Oh, well, the job that I would love the most is to be on a show, kind of like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp was on Undisputed. I know it's kind of bad now to talk about those two, but still, those two were just great on Undisputed. I loved the way they talked, the wisdom that they shared, and how they talked was great. But out of college, I would love to go into the side of radio and build up through that ladder. That's what I would want to go into, but definitely the dream job would have to be on a show like Undisputed.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, as a sports media guy too, I would love to take over Josh Page's show one day. You know, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but man, we are I think we're in one of the golden eras of sports media right now because we just have so much access to everything. So it's really exciting. I know you guys are excited about it. You guys are in a crazy time to be a part of Oklahoma State athletics, but we're going to get back to you guys in just a second. You guys have been incredible. We're going to go to a break real quick, and we'll be right back to hear more about Preston and Weston, the dynamic duo, the roommates, the legends, right here on Ocali TV.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
All right, we're back here on the Writers' Room. We have two rising stars in the sports media industry, Weston Wurzberger, Preston Hudlow, and you guys are just you guys are two guys that when I came in, I was hearing about you guys and what you guys were doing. So because you guys really took a step forward in this department, and you said, I'm going to be a leader here. I'm going to be somebody who is going to get involved early. So tell me about how you guys got involved with the Ocali, how you guys are involved in this sports media department, and what it means to you to be a part of the Paul Miller School of Broadcast and Journalism.
For sure. So both of us lived in Village D for our freshman year, and we had a meeting with Tyler, Zach, Landon. All of them came to the media house and they told us, hey, come over to Paul Miller. We have a thing called Ocali TV. It's a great place to get involved, and we did. We came up here, had a big meeting in the studio, and we got involved right then and there. I talked to Tyler. He showed me the ropes, how to work crew in the studio. He told me about the opportunities. He like writing downstairs, having your own show, your own podcast like we both do. And we got involved from that day one, right out of the jump, and we've been doing it ever since.
I would have to agree with Preston right there. Basically, he took the words out of my mouth.
All right, so I know that you're a package guy, you're a video guy. I know you've done the Daily O Sports Report. Tell me about what goes into preparation for that, pre-production for that, and just about what excites you about getting to do sports reporting for the Daily O.
Oh man, well last year I had my own segment. It was called the Monday Recaps and the Friday Previews. Sometimes it would air on the Daily O, but usually it was a social media hit, and it was where I could talk about all things athletics that happened, recapping stuff on Monday and previewing stuff on Friday. And that was really good. I got to write my own script. I got help from Zach. I got to wear some suits, which is always nice. Great for the demo reel. But that was really fun. Just getting to do that every single 2 days a week was just awesome. Getting to recap some of the big stuff and getting to preview maybe some of the smaller stuff, but still important. Getting to cover all of it was really, really, really nice.
A fellow guy who likes to wear suits, that excites me. That just puts a smile on my face.
I got 3 suits. Hey, I have a 3-piece suiter. Man, I love wearing that big 3-piece suiter.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love it. I love a good 3-piece suit too. Weston, tell me about what you do as a writer for the Ocali. I know that people look forward to reading what you have to say every week. So, tell me about what you guys do. I know you guys do game predictions, and I know that you guys are really you do cover Oklahoma State, but sometimes you'll cover something outside of Stillwater as well. So tell me about what that looks like.
Yeah, so far this season, me and all the other beat writers for football, we do our game predictions. Every week I do my Big 12 power rankings, so I'll always do those every week. On the screen, I recently did a wrestling article for the Wrestling World Championships. And so sometimes I'll work on stories outside of OSU, like if a baseball player does well in the MLB, I might do one for Nolan McLean for the New York Mets. And then for the NFL, I also did something on the NFL players with the rookies, how they're doing in the preseason, what to expect from them, and how their careers could pan out. So that's what I've mainly been doing, but that's so far been the focus in this first month this semester.
Tell me really quickly, what excites you about getting to do a sports column every week? What preparation goes into that?
Well, I'd say sometimes with the press conferences, you always got to be ready what important quotes will come out. So I always get my audio apps ready, just taking quick, important notes. Really just having those essential stuffs make a great article for me. And it's weekly. It's just constantly working and doing stuff every single day.
Otter.ai. Shout out that app. Helped me a lot.
All right. Well, that has been a terrific segment, guys. You guys are just you've got top shelf answers for everything. Let me tell you. So, we're going to be right back here on the Writers' Room after this commercial break.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alva when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
All right, we're back here at the Writers' Room in Studio 318 on O'Colly TV. I've got Weston and Preston. You guys have been involved with O'Colly and with Oklahoma State student media for a long time. We covered that in the last segment, but tell me about what your favorite memory is. I know of covering sports. I know that you guys have been doing stuff since high school, probably like a lot of us have. So tell me about what your favorite memory is covering sports and what your favorite sport is to cover.
Well, I'll go first. I think probably my favorite thing covering was freshman year. I was a co-commentator I called the game with Aaron and Pat, who's my spotter. I covered the OSU versus Kansas home game freshman year. That was a phenomenal game. Being in the booth the very first time, being on the roof for BPS, that was just awesome. And that was a great game too, because I had some experience with play-by-play before because I was doing some Pioneer Media stuff with Weston for Stillwater High School. So that was very fun going from high school to calling a OSU football game. So that was really, really fun. I had a great time doing that.
I'd say for me, there's a few great moments for me. Definitely play-by-play. It's not exactly the O'Colly, but commentating OSU versus Arkansas last year was a great experience for me. Wrestling, going to the Big 12 Championships in Tulsa was a lot of fun. Got to cover that for 2 full days, just seeing great competition. And then for baseball, I'd say going on the road to Dallas twice at Cleburne at a minor league ballpark stadium and at Dallas Baptist. And funny enough, me and my buddy Daniel Allen, they didn't have press boxes there, so we were basically in the stands just covering the game live, where the fans were. And we basically drove to and from Dallas the same night. So we got pretty much drove in the middle of the night back to Stillwater. So those are some of my favorite experiences I've had so far.
So I know that you guys, like me, probably can't stop talking about sports. As soon as it gets brought up, you're like, man, I got to jump in this conversation. So tell me about, with Oklahoma State sports, both of you guys give me 3 people you might want to see as the new head football coach. And then for basketball, tell me what you guys are expecting in year 2 from Coach Lutz.
Oof, okay, so I'll go first. Mainly the guy I want for football is Ben Arbuckle. I know my problem with that is since John Mateer is hurt, I think he may come back next year. So there might be a chance that Ben Arbuckle will also come back because obviously he loves coaching, but he loves coaching John Mateer. But if John Mateer goes to the draft, I would love Ben Arbuckle here. I think some of his calls that he's called for OU has been great. Obviously at Wazoo. he knows how to get guys open. He knows how to coordinate an offense. So I think that will be good because offense here has not been good the past 2 games. But I think that Ben Arbuckle is definitely my number 1 choice.
I definitely have to agree with Arbuckle. Colin Klein, the offensive coordinator at Texas A&M, is another great choice. Obviously, they've had a spectacular offense so far this season, especially getting the win at Notre Dame. So they've definitely had the spotlight on them for a while. I expect that to continue. He might be a good pickup choice. And then the South Florida coach, I'm trying to remember his name. But
Golish.
yes, exactly. But South Florida, they've had a good start to the season, 2-1 with great wins over Boise State and Florida. So those are my 3 top choices to replace Mike Gundy.
I agree.
Yeah, so tell me about basketball season, what you guys are looking forward to. I know last year, kind of what the word was Coach Lutz got hired a little bit late in the process and wasn't able to get the guys he wanted out of the portal. So tell me, just mix in your opinions on what it's like covering basketball, and then tell me about what your expectation is for the basketball team this year in the second year under Coach Steve Lutz.
Well, for me, obviously as a fan, I want us to make the tournament. Obviously, when we made the NIT last year, we won 2 games, we lost the 3rd one. But for me, I would just love to see Oklahoma State make the tournament and see what we can do. Obviously, I believe freshman year, that was not a great year for basketball. But last year, it was a much better year, and I would like to see us to keep improving. Now, for covering basketball, I'm very excited to cover a game. I have not yet, but I'm very, very excited for getting to be in GIA on the court and recording the game and just getting some awesome shots.
So I don't cover basketball for Dale Colley, but I do hope to get more play-by-play experience. As for the basketball team alone, we saw improvement last year. Definitely hope to see that more again. Maybe at least 20 wins. I don't know if this season will be the year to make the NCAA tournament, but I expect the incline to keep going for OSU, and then maybe next year they could make the NCAA tournament. But as long as they progress up, they should be good.
Yeah, so tell me about, if there are any incoming freshmen watching or any high school students watching, what is the first step that you should take to get involved in student media here at Oklahoma State, whether that's Daily O, whether that's Ocali, whether that's just putting together packages like you do? Tell me about what that looks like for any high school or freshman students.
Oh, man. Whenever I came up here, the thing that impressed me the most was the leadership. And that's something that, for me, is key to my success, is having good leadership, teach me the ways to succeed. And coming up here for the Daily O and for Ocali TV has done that tremendously. Tyler and Zach and Jacob teaching me how to edit, teaching me how to film a package. All of these things are what I'm going to have to learn to get a job, creating a demo reel. All of these things are what we are taught from day one and how we build. Everybody who comes up here learns and grows. And I would say, watch out here, everybody who comes up to Ocali TV, I promise you, you will learn what it takes to succeed. You will be given the proper leadership and you will be taught well. I can promise you that. So I would 100% encourage everybody to come up here and meet with these guys because they will help you succeed. I can promise you that.
Weston, really quickly, is there anything that you have to say about Ocali? Or I think that was pretty good right there.
Yeah,
so.
it pretty much was. Really just for the freshmen, just step right into the door and ask them your interests, because you will be able to get work right away and improve your skills over time.
Absolutely. All right. Well, great show, guys. Thank you for coming on. I've really enjoyed doing this. This is my first time hosting, and I've really enjoyed it. You guys did great. So we're going to send it back to break, and this has been a great episode of the Writers' Room here on Ocali TV.
Pecans are staple to Oklahoma. In fact, many of our native pecans come from trees that are older than Oklahoma statehood.
My father's the one that got us started into the pecan picking. I was probably 10 or 12 years old, and we started off with one little mechanical picker that you pulled behind a four-wheeler. Then we'd go home at night and we'd clean them on a TV tray. I guess watching my dad work hard when we were young and people started trusting him and getting more and more groves, we just kept growing.
Being a relatively new and fresh company, we get to sit in the same room with people who have been a part of the Oklahoma economy for decades.
It's opened a lot of doors. It's gave us quite a bit of exposure, and I think people, will take a small company like us a little more serious. We're just going to continue growing as long as our community lets us and our customers keep on buying, and we'll see where it takes us.